everybody, it's SuffolkBlue, all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Welcome back to Greenhaven, welcome back to Cities Skylines. If you remember in the last episode, we were moving towards our next goal, which was Big Town, was it? Or the one afterwards? No, we were a small city. So we made Big Town, no we didn't, we made Busy Town, which gave us the ability to upgrade the roads. Now, as I said at the end of the last episode, I was going to go away and upgrade all my roads and go through and do what I wanted to do to make them as fancy as possible, and I did this. And whilst I was doing it, I automatically accidentally upgraded to 7,500 and went to the next level of Big Town. So I'm sorry you missed that out, but it has given us a load of new things. We've got university, incineration plants are now in, office zones, the dense commercial, the high density residential zone, some new policies, some level 5 unique buildings, and obviously metro, plus some taxation policies, plus a new area. We can still build the Statue of Liberty. To get a Grand Central terminus, we're going to need to do something with cemeteries apparently. But in either case, we have upgraded therefore to the next level. It happened, as I say, whilst I was upgrading all of these roads. Look at them, beautiful. All to the wonderful tree-lined sort of long stretched avenues. Helps with the sound. And I was looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, well, okay, what are we going to do? What's our plan? Our overall plan? I want to begin to empty out. We've got 55,000. I want to begin to empty out some of our landfill and begin to make that a bit more efficient. And to do that, I'm going to start off straight away by putting in an incineration spot. Right. Okay, that takes our money down to 25. I'm going to empty this as well, and hopefully all of that's going to come along here. What will happen, the trucks will have to come out here, go down, go around, and come down again. And they'll do this loop, this constant loop round. That's what we're planning for. That's what we want to see. Now that we've got offices in as well, I'm sort of in the mood of putting in the university. We have got a garbage problem over here as well. Look at that. Shocking. Hopefully that will help get that sorted. But I want to put the university in. Obviously the university sort of has to be essential-ish as possible. How much is the university? I don't think we can afford it just yet. We can't. It's 75,000. Let's kick off. Let's get this motoring. Let's get this working. But you can see our education is not the best. It's not brilliant. And in fact, with elementary schools, we could probably do with another elementary school around here somewhere. Maybe even down the bottom here. In fact, we might do that. There we go. Let's put some more elementary in. Help with the education of work. There we go. That's what we want. High school is good. Obviously, university at the moment, 234 students. We don't have one. That's fine. So, education's very good. Helps with the whole career things. Helps with the industry. And helps with sort of less fires and pollution, I think, as well. Pretty similar to SimCity in that way. Let's get rid of that. We don't need you. Wind... What are we looking for? Natural resources, yes. Let me zoom out. I've had a thought. I'd like to try and buy some of this land over here and begin to branch out into the whole industry, into the agriculture. That's the word I was looking for. The agricultural industry. So I think that might be a way to go. Can I buy land? Where do I buy land around here? Do I do it from here? Economy, budget and loans. That's how you do it. So I could buy this piece of land next to us, which will begin to build it out. Obviously, we've got our sea over here, and you can see our pollution flowing out. I like the idea of this reservoir, and I like the idea of damming it up here and using this as our drinking water supply, and making a nice sort of reserve around it, I suppose, where people can walk and go. But I want to build. I think we're going to buy this piece of land. It's 3,006. Obviously, it's got a bit of land on it. Little trees, connections. It doesn't have any of those. Plain connections doesn't matter. So I think we'll do it. Boom. So we've now bought this piece of land here. This helps us a little bit because it will enable us to look at moving maybe our industry out and actually diversifying our industry. Let's zoom in. So we've now bought all of this piece of land over here. The best route, I'm thinking now, how do we get trucks and such across from here? We might bring them in from the south, from the bottom. We've only got 17,000 at the moment, so we don't want to do too much, but we might want to bring it from the bottom. I also, back to buses I'm afraid people, I also want to increase. We're at 788 per week. You can see that plenty of trips are being saved, at least half. I'd quite like to up the amount of investment in buses. Got to do this a bit carefully though. if you were to just whack up the funding to 120% or whatever it is, hundreds of buses will pile out of this system and just choke the whole lot off. The best way I've found to do it, after a little bit of testing, if we go to where's buses, budgets, here we go. So this is our bus route, 720. We're actually in profit. Look, we make more money than it costs us, yeah, by almost half. So we're at 100% right now. I'm going to up this, whoops, to 1, 2, 3, 4, to 105%. So just taking it up by 5. Straight away, you can see out come the new buses to add to the network. And as I say, had I have dumped all of these buses out at once, or gone up to 120% of finance, we would have probably about 40 buses trying to come out of here, and that would have been pretty bad news. So just by upping it slightly, oh, look at them pile out of that bus. Just by upping them slightly, we get to a position where we can sort of increase the capacity of the bus service without necessarily bringing our whole traffic system to a choking end. So that's a tip for everyone out there. Don't whack your budgets all the way up to 120% on some of these things, because you will end up causing yourself more problems than it solves. There's a lot of people here. What are they waiting for bus-wise? Yellow, reds and blues. Luckily we have some reds coming. I don't know about yellow ones, but we have at least got the reds and the blues coming in, which will keep all of that moving. But there we go. So, and we should see over time 855. We're now up doing that even more. So that is superb news. Let's come back over here. So we're at 26,000 again. If we just have a check of our recycling, our trash, you can see here. How do I get rid of that? Turn off. Turn off. Turn off. Thank you. This is down to 90% full, and hopefully this is now generating electricity, and they're hopefully just going around emptying themselves out is the plan. Loads of buses around here though, look at that. Yeah, it's going to get a bit tight and squeezy up the top here, isn't it? It's going to get a bit tight and squeezy. Might have to upgrade this roundabout at some point. I wonder what we would lose by doing that. I don't know whether we can do that because of this either. Let's have a look. If we go to just double and upgrade. Oh, that's that one. Let's do this one. It looks like we can do everything bar. So we could upgrade that and that and that. We can't upgrade this one, I'm assuming, because of this piece of road here. I'm alright with that, though, because this is the quietest part of the strip, yeah? So it doesn't really need to be upgraded. They can't go anywhere, they're just going to go out of the city. So in actual fact, I think that half-moon upgrade might be sufficient. Or at least help. So you've got the inner ring and an outer ring. I probably should have done it one way, actually, shouldn't I, if I think about it? I probably should have done that one way. Let's change that. Can I do that one way using these? I don't know whether I can. I can using these. There we go. So that has upgraded it to a motorway type of situation, 6-lane. But I hope that sort of speeds things up and getting them round. I don't know why he stopped, there was no reason. Well, it seems to have helped. But obviously with that bus stop there, this is what's causing us a little bit of tailback of these bus stops. Maybe I need to move the bus stop off this route. Who is the bus on this route? Let's have a quick check. Improve the efficiency. We'll just let the money build up as well, it gives us an opportunity. So there's 2 here. Okay, let's go here and to here. There we go. So I've there's only one bus that will stop there now. The other one will stop slightly further along. And hopefully that will just spread so not every bus is stopping there. Hopefully that will work a little better. It certainly looks like it's flowing better. Definitely flowing well off the yeah, it looks like it's flowing well off. Getting them into the main part of town easier by the looks of it. Yeah, it looks like that was probably a bit of a success, hopefully. Buses are able to go round. That's going round okay. Good. I think that was a bit of a success. 89% full. Good. Anyone still got traffic problems over here? Garbage problems. Not that I can see. Excellent. So we're at 47,000 over here. We could put in, I am tempted to do this, to put in another incinerator and really get this chewing up garbage. I think I will. Boom. So now this is going to be emptied even quicker. The reason I'm sort of looking at doing it this way is I want to move at some point all of this out. Probably on the other side of over here. We haven't bought that area yet, but it is sort of in my head as something we could look at doing. Right, we're at 20,000. Let's look at roads now. These are ordinary roads. So let's go to this one and this one. Not upgrade, straight. And I don't think I need to go. How much is this costing? 3,005. I don't think I need. Actually, we could probably make a lovely connection at the bottom. Oh, look! Yes, we could. We could turn this into another sort of on and off ramp, maybe. Because then we've got 2 exits and 2 entrances into the town. All of this is going to be green field, beautiful. I'm going to try and do that as pretty as possible. A little bit of housing down here, maybe. Sort of off the beaten track. We can put some bus routes in as well. I like this, but we are going to need to do something with this, and by the looks of it, it's on a cliff edge, which is rather unfortunate. Okay, let's have a think how we can do this. We've got on and off ramps, so this would come off onto a road and onto a road. And then we want another one to be able to connect on the other side. Let's turn off that. Let's put on Squiggly Wiggly. Something like... Because really this has to go to a roundabout, I think. Do you know what I mean? I think it has to go to a roundabout. Could we... What do we have here? 3-way intersection. That's sort of what we want. How much? 16,000. How big is that? Oh, it's a whopper! We need it in the middle. Because we can only really rotate it a little bit, like... Something like that is what it's going to look like. What's it coming off from? Here. I would probably get rid of those motorway... Oh, that's BBC News telling me that something good's happened. Thought I'd put that on silent. Women's world record holder Paula Radcliffe has done something at the marathon. Don't know what. Yes, what we want... This comes down here somehow. Can this fit in here? I think it might be able to. And I think that would be a really good on and off situation to have. Okay, so we need to straighten this out a little bit. So let's pause. We'll do a bit of work on the road. We've got 34,000. This should be sufficient. I'm going to delete quite a lot. Boom. Same on this edge. Okay. Then we can bring in the 3-way intersection. That's going to go... Actually, that probably was about right straight for the... Something like that? Or something like... There's no snap points, obviously, for this, because... If we went there, could I somehow combine these two together? I might have to mess around with the road a little wee bit. Good, it's in. Okay, let's have a look at these road situations. Let's delete this road, and this should be this way, one assumes. Yeah. So I'm going to delete that one and that one. Let's come back to here, grab our motorway spot. Can I take that? Does this have to go like... It could do something like that, but it's a really harsh bend on that corner, you see. So actually we probably don't want to do that. Let's take it from this end instead. Something like that. Let's just delete this right to the end. Out of city limits? What are you talking about? Yeah, we've got to turn that one around anyway. It's facing the wrong way. that'd be a nightmare on the road. Oh. So now if I take this one, I don't know whether that's going to make a great deal of difference. Let's take it out. Something like that. And that's not too bad. That's not too bad, is it? I'd like to be able to just sort of work this kink out a wee bit, maybe. If I delete this, does it delete everything? Okay. And let's just see if we can't. Oh, whoops, done that the wrong way around. Again. Taking it from here. Actually, I don't know whether that's going to work. Might as well just leave it like that. It's just a little bend in the road. Not too bad, not too bad. But that's in that end. And then all we've got to do is tidy up a wee bit. I'd quite like this to swoop a bit more around. So let's do that over here. This one. That's nice. That was a nice connection. Nope. Again, a tiny little hiccup kink there, but you wouldn't notice it. So, ultimately, that's now in. And I'd like to be able to get this, I think, into a roundabout. Yeah? Because if you think about it, if we move this one, where this one's coming across here, at least it's straight. It looks like we've got a good straight edge on that. Oh, yes. If we move this to here for this one, what we really want to be able to do is to split this off at some point. A roundabout's probably the best way of doing it. They have to be that one. Oh, not enough money! Ooh. Unpause. Good. Well, the motorway is in place, and they're going to keep driving it down. What we'll end up doing, though, is we'll probably end up having a little mini roundabout here. So that actually, if you come off wrong, it doesn't matter. But the main thing is that this would enable you to enter downtown and enter this without having to come through Old Town. It's like a bypass, really. And then up here, we're going to turn into something a bit smart and nice. 6,000 now, money-wise. 8,000 population. Even more money from our buses. Buses costing a little bit more. Let's have a little quick peek. 1,118 users now per week. It's got to be good. Oh, another thing I meant to mention is that I've found a mod which I have added, a new mod, which was the public transport mod. You know me and buses. So if I just pause just for a second, I know we're trying to, and let's look at this bus here. You can see that I've upped the numbers. I did some research. Originally, these buses were carrying 30 people. And I looked at what these buses were. These are coaches, really. These are not really the buses that I know and love. These are coaches. And I sort of looked at it and thought to myself, no. This coach, where am I? Oops. All the way over there. This coach is going to be able to carry more than 30 people. In fact, it would have 15 seats on it, if that was the case, and no standing. Now, I know it's not a double-decker, but I had a little look, and actually, they can carry at least 60 people with about 20 standing. So it's about 80. So I looked at the mod, and I don't want to be overpowered on mods. And for example, I'm not using the mod which allows you to turn on and turn off traffic lights, because I think that's important to leave that alone. But in terms of this mod, I thought, yeah, absolutely. Can't have buses going around with 30 people, and that's silly. So these actually are carrying 90 people. So that will mean that we are picking up far more than before. But again, we're in a period now where I think we've got a little empty space here. So back to budget, and I'm going to whack it up again from 105 to 110. Again, not doing it all at once, because otherwise you end up blocking your whole transport system. Out come the new buses. Each one of these can carry 90 passengers. Hopefully they're not going to run into the way of others. Off goes another yellow bus, another green bus. And you see, it just, as I say, it's sort of just, if you do it slowly, if you add it slowly rather than just whacking it up 120, you don't cause yourself enormous problems. I've also changed. Has anyone noticed, I wonder? I looked at this and I thought, no, I don't like this. So rather than having full gap, full gap, full gap, full, what I was doing, this is all full now, and the gap's on the other end. So it's still symmetrical, but it just works and flows a little better. What I want to do, though, I think, is that we could look at... We can't do it just yet, because I don't think the officers... I think they need university students, if the truth be told. But it would be quite nice to turn all of this to officers in the middle here. In fact, I probably could do that. We do have a slight commercial. We'll see what happens if we do that. Let's come to here. This is our office tab. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take all of this and turn it into officers. Do I have to dezone it first? I think I might have to. There we go. And then I'm going to do... let's do marquee tool. All the way across. Doing. So now we can build offices here rather than just commercial. I just thought it would look nice in that area to have all these offices in. I don't know what they'll look like or how big or small they'll get. But hopefully it will deal with both the industry issue we have at the moment and take down some of that commercial, I hope. I don't know whether that's what it does. But there we go. Offices going in pretty quickly. Money's rebuilding up again. Superb. Let's have a look at our trash situation over here. This is now at 79%, so it really is emptying. These others aren't full yet. They're only at 30 and 14%. So I think, again, another tip that I've sort of learned is that don't allow all your landfills to fill up and then try and empty them. Because what that means is that you don't have anyone available to collect the trash from your city. What you can do is, if one of them gets full, is to empty one of them at a time. You can see these trucks really, powering in here. And what they're essentially doing, if we look at our incineration status, it's still in the red. It's not enough. Nowhere near enough to cope with all of this, but our landfill usage comes down, so the amount of rubbish we're putting in here is not sufficient to sort of overflow the system, and at the same time we're able to empty out this one. So incinerators and emptying these sorts of things works. I think the same is true for crematoriums. Don't try and empty once all of them are full, because basically what that means is that all your trucks and all your hearses or whatever are going to be looking to pick up people from one thing to another, rather than emptying out the area that you want to do. So little tip there, so don't let everything fill up and then try and empty it. It doesn't work. I really want to put in this roundabout. The roundabout that we're going to put in, though, it is going to have, you can't do one-way four-way streets, which is so annoying. You can only do one-way 6 lanes, which is fine. Let's put a curve on here. Oh, that's the curve, is it? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's go from this edge. Oh, it's quite a big curve. Okay, so I can go to there. Snap point's not on, though. So that one, and then slap it round. To that one. Let's bring it round. And then to that one. Bring it round 90 degrees. And then that one. And bring it round sort of 90 degrees. But not quite right. No. But it's not too bad, and it will do the job, I think. What I am going to do on this one, though, is I want to... Oops, let's take that one off. Let's put a straight line edge on. What I do want to do is to do that. And join these together. Because... yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. I think that's the right thing to do. Yeah, so then we come to the 4-lane streets. We can take this one, and we should... Apparently not. Why can't I bring that together? Is that because that's in the middle there? So, if I take a one-way from here... and if I take a one-way from here... there you go. So we sort of have a... I don't know what that is, a teardrop. It's the teardrop roundabout, that's what we're going to call that. It's not really a roundabout, and it's sort of off-centre, but it's okay. So cars can come off here and go all the way around and off, or they can keep going round and come all the way back down again. There has got traffic lights here, though, I believe. Yes, it has. Which is sort of okay. I'm sort of okay with that. Yeah, I'm sort of okay with that. So you can see they're already using it, which is awesome. So there we go, that's in. The next step for me to look at is building in here, basically, and getting... I'm going to use... I think I'm going to use these ones to start with, because what's in my head to do... How long is that? Okay. What's in my head to do is I do want this bit over here to sort of be... residential. So residential sort of in this section here, farm all the way out. So it's pretty big, this farming area over here, all the way pretty much to the roads, to the main road, I think. Would seem pretty good. And then we can put bus routes and stuff in. Oh, look at the officers coming in. Oh yeah, they do look good. Some good officers coming in there. Excellent. So I think that's what we're going to look at doing. Let's put in... I'm going to put trees all the way along this... I think the best thing to do... Let's put my snap point on. Snap on? Yeah. I think if we come from here... I'm not putting any more... I'm just going to come across... Do I go into the zone? I don't think I do. Let's come to here. Okay. And... again, I don't really want people living in polluted areas if we can avoid them. It makes them sick, which is something else I have to deal with. Excellent. And I quite like... I don't really want too many more in the sense of... Can I put a line straight through the middle here, do you think? How far out does that go? Not quite enough. Back to here. Slight overlap. Let's put a single road in then. Let's not do a double, let's do a single. Better. Now I could do that as a one-way. Couldn't I? I could do that as a one-way all the way up to there. Does it matter? I don't think it does. Let's put in tree line though. Oh, that's quite pretty. So that does give us... I mean, I could have left that, I suppose, and had some grass in there. But I'm looking to do this as sort of... again, a nice sort of residential estate, really. Let's go back to our doubles. If I go... Is this about the middle? It's about the middle. How much money have we got? 6,000. Again, keep an eye on the old cash. Back to here. One down. Let's go 2 down. Better. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. A gap. It's okay. And here. Something like that. Okay? And then what I could do, and in fact, I think what I will do straight away whilst I can... I wish I could get the grid map on here. It would be so much easier if it had that map when I'm planting trees, and I could just go and know exactly where the trees are that I want to plant. But as it is, it says, oh, no, 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 you don't need that. But I sort of do. But that's the sort of thing that we could do, is just line a tree in there. I mean, obviously, we can fill them in once the houses are in place. We could probably do that. So they're in. I'm going to leave this bit here at the moment. As a sort of... Oh, burning down. Oh, they're there. That's fine. I think it would be cool, though. How much money have we got? 6,000. I like using these bigger roads. Something like that to there. Yeah, that's not too bad. That isn't too bad. Oh, it does go off at a sort of funny angle, though, doesn't it? Ooh, odd. I like that. I'm not 100% sold on all these traffic lights there, though. I wonder then, rather than having you come off there, bye. Again, just to try not to have, you don't want too many close together. It's okay if you can have junctions. You don't want hundreds of them together, because what you end up with is a bit of a traffic logjam, essentially. So that would be really wasteful to do that there then. I like this idea of here, and I'm actually thinking of putting in, if I go to our magic buildings, one, two, this one I think it is, this one, transport tower. Can't got it yet, because we don't have the money for it. But it would be quite nice to put that sort of in here somewhere, because I'm thinking if I was to put it on this corner, I might be able to get a metro station in next door to the bus station. That's really what I'd love to do, is put in a metro station. In fact, we might put, I wonder if we could put one in straight away. No, we can't. But it is only that big, you see. So I could put one in the middle there, put some trees around it, make it look a bit pretty. And that way you've got a choice of going off the metro onto a bus, off the bus into the metro. Sort of, you've got to join up your public transport, do you know what I mean? Why are you rashing? What's wrong with you? Oh dear, burnt down to the ground. Right, let's take that one. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, this new area is in. What I then intend to use, if I go to here, I'm going to use these ones probably, the dirt tracks. I don't know how much transport, how much traffic we get. What does it say? 2-lane gravel road suitable for service road, supports low traffic. See, I'm not sure about that. Perhaps we'll probably go for a 2-lane road, supports low traffic. If we were to take something like this, go up to, let's go to the edge, let's go to here. We're coming across, bearing in mind that what we're essentially going to do, don't want to join the road, we're looking at creating a bit of an industry down here for the farms. So we can just do an outer, what I would class as sort of an outer ring road. Oh, I don't think I went, it wasn't brilliantly placed, I don't think. Do you reckon those two can meet up? Oh, yes they can. That is brilliantly placed, because that's pretty useful. So we've sort of outlined the area. The next thing is do I use gravel roads? Well, we can always upgrade them, can't we? We can sort of always upgrade. Let's... And I want to sort of do a sort of that route. To there. I don't want 100% sort of coverage on this. I want a bit of gap. It's an agricultural area. There's a lot of gap in the middle there, though, isn't there? Sort of snaking its way through. Okay, let's do it this way around. It's about being pretty, people. I don't know whether this is pretty or not. We'll see. We'll see when we get to the end. There was a lot of wasted space. We can always expand out. And up. It's quite relaxing playing this game sometimes, I have to be honest. It does makes me sit for hours sitting here going, oh, I think we could do that. Okay, let's get to there. And then I think we can go straight off the edge to there. So we've got this sort of gravelly gravel road in. It's a bit square. There's not many corners in that sense. I'm going to use a curvy-wurvy roads. Something like... that. Oh, you can't come off the same piece of road doing that. Okay, fair enough. That makes sense. Can I join them up at the end here, maybe? Oh yeah, little tail. That's quite pretty. And then I think we can do... I wonder if I can get a roundabout in there, like a mini, like a central piece. Like that. And then if I get the curvy-wurvy one... Oh, it's pretty. Come on. To there. And around. Oh yes, that's quite pretty. So, what I then can do... I think I want to make this bit a bit wider. So let's just get that from there. Oh, straight line. Bed up. Probably put a water tower or something in the middle there. That's quite pretty. Oh wow, we're sort of making... we're making sort of Aztec signs on the ground. This is awesome. Curvy-wurvies. Again, I think a bit more curvy-wurvy. Something like that. To about there, and then swing it around. Cut that off there. We definitely need to do something in the middle here because it's just not brilliant. Well, actually, hold on. Let's go up to full length. Oh, that's too good not to do that. So there we go. To there. Oh, to there. And then around that corner. I think we can do some trees in there. We don't have to do everything. Doesn't have to be full. This is the thing for this for me. This is agriculture. So once that's in, water pipes, and then next time when we start, oh, how much water have we got? Okay, that's looking a little tighter. Okay though, water pipes. Bring our pipes along. Have we got the snap on? What's wrong with this? Why are you not playing? Let's go to... Okay, so that connects those up, and then let's just pipe it down here as well. Oops, a little bit over to there. Just trying to be a bit efficient with the pipes, because as I said last time, they cost money, so you may as well get your maximum for them as well, as close as the maximum as you can get for them. A little bit of overlapping, never hurt anyone there. Oops, too close. Because apparently these farms take up a lot of water, I'm told, so we are going to need to expand, I think, our water situation before we get really into the whole farming situation. I think the last thing we'll do today... Oh, that's a pain. Fair enough. It's going to be awkward. There we go. So, that's all now watered, and so are the houses. We've got 30. I think one of the things we need to look at is just to probably look at increasing our water flow at the moment from here. These are our water pumps, where we pump our water from. Straight from the river. Let's just combine these up. Boom. Are you connected? You've got power at least. Yes, so water's going in. Might have to do some more sewage, but we'll look at that later. So there we go. The whole area is now in. Shut that down. It has no electricity really at the moment over here. It's going to need to have. But it looks pretty funky. Let's look at our areas, our districts. I'm going to create 2 new districts. Paint a district, and I'm going to use the big one to start with. I think up to here. Let's go to medium. Up to here. And let's go up here. So it butts into Old Town, but it isn't part of Old Town. In fact, they can take these trees as part of their estate as well, maybe. And along the top here. Lovely. So that's the one of the housing estate, really. And then this bit here is going to become our... That's part of Old Town, that's fine. At least down this road, and then everything in the middle. There we go. So essentially the farms will have been captured, I suppose. Let's just take in this road to make sure we get all of the area that we want to have as farmland, and take it sort of to the median in the middle of that road there. Excellent. I want to be careful I don't accidentally turn these into agriculture, so let's just make that slightly bigger. And there we go. So we've got 2 new districts on the move. Just gonna let's just do that to make sure that we capture that as Old Town, I think. There we go. Excellent. I'm really pleased with that. So we've got 2 new districts. This one is not called my district. We're going to call this one now. This is the one really that's going to be sort of helping the farming area. So we're going to call this Cornfield Estate. Okay. And up here is the actual farm area. So I'm going to call this Ransom's Farm. And policies. Can I do anything with this? I don't think I can at this stage. I have to select it in the policy screen, in this screen, don't I? So, farming industry. There we go. So you can see that little farm underneath there now, which says that Ransom's Farm is going to have any industry that goes in there will be agriculturally based and not ordinarily, you know, other industry. So there we go, Ransom's Farm is in, the Cornfield Estate is in. We haven't put any houses in yet. Obviously, they really are calling out for some of this, though. So perhaps we'll start doing that in the next episode. But there we go, it's in. And before we go, the last thing I'm going to do, again, is just have a quick check of my buses, because I want to make sure that I'm getting 1,564 passengers a week now. And if we look at the costings, it's still only 798, but it's making still double that. We are going to gently increase this again. 3, 4, 5. More buses are going to come piling out of this yard. Off they go. And we just keep increasing. Bearing in mind, at some point, we're going to have some buses come out this way and have to go into the new estates, into the Cornfield Estate, and into the Ransom's Farm over there. Fabulous. Well, today then we put in a new roundabout, the 2 new policy areas. You can see the little design that we're coming up with. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed this episode, please leave a like. And I'm thinking of doing one whole week of this at some point, not just yet, but you know, rather than doing all the other ones that I do, just for that week is to donate a whole week to City Skyline. If that's something you think you'd like to see, then do leave a comment saying so in the comments below, so I can see that, whether there's any support for it. Check out all the other videos that are on my channel, but I'll see you next week for some more City Skyline. So until then, you take care.